for another podcast episode, and we are looking a bit more at Dr. Garlock's autobiography entitled I Being in the Way the Lord Led Me. There's links to it in the description, but you'll find it over at Majesty Music, and it's just a fantastic life that God has led you as you were in the way. And there's an interesting story here in the epilogue that I'd like to hear from you today, if we could.
Okay, this is fascinating to me that I'm a nobody, and I openly admit I'm not trying to be humble, but God enjoys taking nothing and doing something with it.
Good, yes.
And if we give ourselves to Him. So in 1991, Florentine and I participated in a Tri-State Christian Educators Association conference in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There were teachers and principals from Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Indiana there for 3 days. I directed the music for the event and taught several classes, and Florentine conducted some sessions on hymn playing at the piano. In a general meeting on October 9th of that time, the last day of the conference, the man in charge gave out awards to teachers who had served the Lord faithfully for many years. I was sitting on the platform and rejoicing to see those servants of the Lord who had given their lives to educating young people being honored for their service with a salary that was much less than they could have received in public education. Mm-hmm. The man finally held up a large plaque covered with brown paper and announced that the organization was honoring a couple that had been in Christian education for more than 40 years. He extolled their virtues for several minutes and told of all the lives they had touched for God's glory. I was actually crying as I was sitting there on the platform and thinking of what a wonderful couple this must be to sacrifice so much. The text said that the award was given for, quote, 4 decades of ministry in the fields of Christian education and Christian music, end quote. You can imagine my surprise when he announced that the award was for Florentine and me. Mm-hmm. I literally wanted to crawl under the floor as I wiped the tears away. I'm crying thinking about it right now. Mm-hmm. Florentine and I both wanted to exclaim, there was no sacrifice. Mm-hmm. We've been having the time of our lives serving the Lord together. Was something that we love with all of our hearts.
Yes.
Now, it greatly humbles me to realize the Lord has allowed me to have an influence in the lives of other servants of the Lord. And I want to give my life verse to you. It is Psalm 104, verse 33.
I will sing unto the Lord as long as I live. I will sing praise to my God while I have my being.
However, I've claimed many other verses from the Psalms that have meant a great deal to me at other times in my life. One is Psalm 91, verses 1 and 2, which uses 4 great names of the Lord.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, El Elyon, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, El Shaddai. I will say of the Lord, Jehovah, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, Elohim. In Him will I rest.
Now that I am 80 years old, I was at the time of this book, I should say I'm 91 now. Mm-hmm. In addition to Genesis 24:27, I am claiming Psalm 71, verses 17 and 18.
O God, Thou hast taught me from my youth, and hitherto have I declared Thy wondrous works. Now also when I am old and gray-headed, O God, forsake me not, until I have showed Thy strength unto this generation, and Thy power to every one that is to come.
And as I have become now an octogenarian, is that how you say?
I think so.
An octogenarian is in the 80s. That must be
so. You're a nonagenarian for 90?
I'm
not sure what 90 would
I don't
be.
know, whatever it is. I am praying that these verses will be true of my life and my testimony for the Lord.
And Isaiah 40:29-31 says, He giveth power to the faint, and to those who have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon, that is, hope in the Lord, shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint.
And I put in there that the word for wait on the Lord really is esperanza in Spanish, and it's the word for hope.
Yes.
When we hope in the Lord, and let me just say something that most people will not think of. My family says I think about these things. I'm the one that thinks of these things. But it says that they that hope in the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. Okay, they shall renew their strength. God has given me strength. Here at 91, I still got my strength.
Yes.
They mount with wings. God let me fly my own airplane up in the sky like an eagle. They shall run and not be weary. For about 12 years, I ran 12 minutes a day, 2 6-minute miles.
Wow.
I did that for 12 years. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Now I'm trusting God. This morning, here where we are on the Intracoastal, I walked out on the dock. I walked in the sand in the water because at my age, I want to walk and not fall over.
Yes.
I have vertigo, so I can very easily fall. So God is fulfilling those three basic things in Isaiah chapter 40, verses 29 through 31.
He is faithful to keep his promises.
Amen.